Let's move on to G index. G index is another measure of productivity. So H index is the measure of productivity as well as impact, number of publications, and the number of citations. If an author has H index of, let us say, 100, it means that out of all the articles published by that author, at least 100 articles have received a minimum of 100 citations, which is a huge number, which is a phenomenal number. So it is H index. Please create a Google Scholar profile and start adding your publications in order to get the citations. Google Scholar will do it for you. Okay, let's move on to G index. I said G index is the measure of productivity. It indicates the number of articles. Okay, right. I have got a big list here in this sheet. It's got article number and the number of citations. Year of publication doesn't matter for G index. Therefore, I'm going to delete this column. I have two columns here, article number and the number of citations. Once again, I'm going to sort the number of citations in descending order. Let me select, there are 25 articles. Let me select them and let me sort them in descending order. Now I have got a ranked list of articles. Each one has been assigned a rank 1 to 25. So I can say this is article rank. So I can just say this is R. Okay, so how is G index calculated? First, we will find out the cumulative citations. Cumulative citations. Let me find out the cumulative citations. First one I'll enter, and this I can do through a formula. I've got cumulative number here, cumulative number. Just drag it up to 25. You can see that the last number is 409. And secondly, we have to square the article rank. So R to the power of 2. I've got R in the first column here. I'll do to the power of 2, which means I'm going to square the article rank number. So I can do it through a formula. I can raise it by 2. I've got 1. I'm going to drag the same formula for all of them. Okay, fine. So I've got the squares of the ranked article numbers. Okay, before I show you how to find out G index, can anybody please tell me what is the H index of this author? H index.
12.
12? 12?
Exactly. Yes. Somebody wrote it very nicely. 12. Okay, good. So 12 is the H index. Okay. Now let's see how to find out the G index. Okay. You have to compare, in order to calculate G index, you have to compare the cumulative citations with the squares of article ranks. Okay, so let's go on doing it until the square is higher than the cumulative citations. Okay, so I come to this point. Let's say 396. Okay, is higher. Fine. 196 I have got here. 398 225. 400 256. 401 289. And here I come to the 20th rank. 20th article, I can say the cumulative citations is 404, and the square of the ranked article is 400. If you move on to the next one, the cumulative citations is 405, but the square of a ranked article is 441. So you have to stop at this point, where the cumulative citations is higher than the square of the rank. And this rank, this number of article, this number indicates the G index. So the G index of this author is 20. That means up to the 20th article in the ranked list, the cumulative citations are higher than the square of the rank. So this is how G index is calculated. So H index, G index, both. G index is not as widely accepted as a metric of an author's research impact as H index is. Therefore, it may not be as important for you to know your G index, but anyway, it is a measure of an author's impact. I have taken an actual figure of an author. You may notice that I have already ranked the articles here in this sheet. If I go down to find out the H index, by looking at the screen, can you please tell me what is the H index of this author? It is important for you. I'll just clarify once again. Let me start from 15. Let us say 15 articles have 15 citations. Do they have 15 citations?
No.
No. If it is higher, you should say yes. Let us say article number 15. What is the number of citations?
51.
It means that if all the 15 articles have at least 15 citations.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So similarly, 16 articles, do they have 16 citations?
More than that. Yes.
Yeah. No, if it is more, you need not worry. If it is
Yes.
less,
Yeah,
if it is less, that is where you have to stop. Okay, fine. So similarly, 17 articles, 17 citation, fine. 18, 19, 20, 21.
And it is 26.
Exactly. Fantastic. So 25, 26, of course, 26. Now, if I go to 27, the number of citations is
Or less.
less than the rank number. Therefore, I go back to the previous cell.
26.
So 26 is the H index
index.
of particular author. I hope you are clear now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So similarly, G index, we can calculate the G index just by looking these two. I'll not go from the beginning. I'll just come down to the point where cumulative number of citations is higher than the squares. Okay, so let's come down to the point where okay, fine. Now, if you come here, come to this particular row, the cumulative citations are 3,487. The square of 59 is 3481. If you go to the next row, it is 3493 and 3600. Therefore, the G index of this author is 59.
59.
So this is the way H index and G index can be manually calculated. Another important metric is I-10 index. Very simple. I-10 index is an autonomous exclusive index developed by Google Scholar. No other source uses I-10 index. It simply means, it indicates the number of articles having 10 or more citations.
Okay.
10 or more citations. Can you please tell me the I-10 index of this author?
11, sir.
No. The number of articles having citations equal to 10 or more than 10.
Okay. Then it is 53.
Very good. 53. You're right. So the I-10 index of this author, if you go to Google Scholar, and if you look at the I-10 index of this particular author, you'll find that it will be 53. Okay. So if you want to check it, then you can go to Google Scholar and simply search for the profile of Arkalgud Ramprasad. This is his profile. You will find that I-10 index is 53, and the H index is, according to this index, is where did we say 26? 26. Okay, fine. So this is about the various metrics. In another 10 minutes, I will be introducing academic identity platforms and why it is important. Let me stop sharing this screen. I hope all of you have followed this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll stop sharing and I'll go back to my presentation.